I often hear people say this to busy moms: spend your Sunday cooking as many meals as possible. The truth is, this doesn't work for me. And this is because on Sundays, I like to practice Sabbath. And also, I really do love cooking fresh food for my family daily if I could. But this, however, does not mean that I cook without a plan. Instead, I created a simple system that gives me fresh meals all week without stress. So, if you're looking to cook fresh most days for your family, um, I'm taking you inside of this system, and let's see if this might help you. One thing you will quickly notice about me is that I don't meal prep. Unless maybe I'm traveling and I need to leave food in the fridge for my family. And this is because I genuinely enjoy cooking fresh meals, and it's part of how I like to care for my home. But I also don't want to stand in front of my fridge every day or every evening asking myself or wondering, what are we eating today? So instead of meal prepping, I meal plan. And that has completely changed how I run my home. So let me quickly share my 5-step system with you. Step number 1 is that I plan the meals first. For me, everything starts with the meals, not the supermarket. Once I know what we are eating for the week or for that month, everything else becomes easier. So before monthly grocery, I plan our meals. I usually take charge of this 70%. And then I also like to have a conversation with my husband and my children, asking them what they would like to eat that month. My little ones are always excited to do this. So they will give me a list of the meals they would like to have that month, and I'll add it to what I already have. If I already have what they suggested, then I will take it out. I will not have it double. So once I have this figure out, what we would love to eat that month, I simply come up with weekly meal plan for the rest of the month. The second step in this system is to write my grocery list. Because my meals are already planned, my shopping now has a purpose. We buy what we will actually use for that month, and we waste far less food doing it this way. So I make our grocery list based on our meal list. I don't know if you understand this. So if we have, for example, on that day or in that month that we are eating banga soup and kwakoko one time, for grocery shopping, I will buy just enough cocoyam and palm kernel for one-time banga soup and kwakoko meal. And this is what I do for the rest. If we have a meal, for example, rice and stew, rice and beans, and so forth, I know we are having rice more than once, so I will buy enough pack of rice to cover the meals, because I already know what quantity of rice we eat as a household, and then I can add like to extra if we are having visitors around. So I don't know if this makes sense, but this is how I try to avoid wasting food and overbuying food stuff, because African grocery is really expensive. Now, the other side of our list comes from the general ingredient that almost every meal uses, like onion, garlic, ginger, pepper, salt, seasoning cube, green spice, and all of that. Now, once step 1 and step 2 is done, we go move on to step 3. Step 3 is actually done after grocery shopping, and most times my husband does this because we have to go to Brussels for this, and I will stay back with the kids and do my house chores until he comes back. Now, step 3 simply is prepping the ingredients after the grocery shopping has been done.
How late is it? Alright, so now it's almost 4 p.m. and my husband is back from Brussels for our groceries, and I'm almost done with cleaning as well. Everywhere is okay.
So this is where I save the most time, if I have to be honest, because I prepare my ingredients. I don't prepare the meals, I prepare my ingredients, so that when it's time for me to cook, I use less time to cook. For example, I have my general ginger, general garlic, onion, green spice. I prepare everything and put in the fridge. If there are vegetables to chop, I wash them, I chop them, and I package them according to the portion that we will use. Now, when you're doing step 3, it might take a little time, but trust me, this time you invest now, you're going to save that time. It's going to save you a lot throughout the month. So when I have to cook, most of the work is already done, so I spend less time when I'm cooking. Step 4 is protein portions. I have an African household, and my husband really do love proteins. My kids also love proteins. I'm more of a fish person. We all love proteins, but my husband loves beef protein more. So step 4 is portioning of our proteins. So what I do is I go ahead and chop all our proteins, and I put them into the desired sacks and quantity, because again, I already understand what quantity of meat can go for one meal in my household. Unlike most African homes, I really avoid using too many varieties of protein in one pot of soup. That's because I just want to save, and I just need to use what is necessary for that meal. So I portion my proteins into our family size amount. That way I only remove exactly what we need for a meal. There is no waste and there is no guessing around. Step number 5 is to cook fresh every day, and this is one of my favorite parts of this system. So I love to cook fresh meal every day for my family, and when I get the opportunity, I really do enjoy. So because everything is already organized, cooking fresh doesn't feel stressful anymore, and it takes less time, no mental stress, either trying to figure out what I will cook or what ingredients are available and what meal I can make using the ingredients. So the decision has already been made, and so now I simply just enjoy cooking. Because, for example, if we want to eat water fufu and eru, this is a very complex African or Cameroonian meal. So because I already have my portions of eru in sachets in the freezer, I have the water leaf or the spinach there, I have the water fufu there, I have all the proteins already chopped and portioned, and I go ahead to also boil the cow skin that we use for soups like this. So what I need to do is to just go to my freezer, pick one pack, the desired amount of protein, and start cooking. And because I've already pre-cooked, for example, something like my kanda, I don't take so much time doing that. And so you realize that a meal that will maybe generally take 1 hour to prep before I cook, I will spend like 30 minutes cooking, or 1 hour cooking, 0 prepping. So this has really saved me time, and I think this system is what has made it easy for me to serve my family fresh meal every day. So one thing I have learned for variety is that peace in the kitchen doesn't start at dinner time. I believe that it starts with preparation before that time. So for me, the less decision I have to make every evening, the more present I can be there with my family, or the more time I have to take care of myself or to pour back into me. So this simple 5-step system simply helps me to waste less food. It helps me to save money. It also helps me to avoid daily decision and mental fatigue, and it helps me to cook fresh meals for my family, which is something I really enjoy. And also it makes me enjoy my time in the kitchen. And honestly, those little changes have brought so much peace into my home. And before I go, I just want you to remember that you do not have to meal prep to be organized, because I believe that sometimes a simple plan is all your home may need. If you're new here, I'm Doris. I'm a Christian woman helping other women like myself to build peaceful homes, strong faith, and joyful families after real life has happened. Because this woman right here has been through a lot. But we are still standing and we are moving strong. So I will see you in the next Peace at Home episode. And if you like the video, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. And let me know in the comment section below which system you use to meal plan in your home if you are like me. I really want to learn from you as well. Bye. Remember, God loves you always.